I don't think we often realize just how vulnerable it is to be human. Parts of us work really hard to make it feel less vulnerable, especially for younger, more sensitive parts of us. This is why defenses develop. This is why strategies develop, ways of socializing, ways of putting a mask on in order to just get through things. Merely survive in a lot of cases rather than thrive or feel like we are truly living, especially living authentically and very true to our hearts and who we really are and what our souls truly want. And it's just been really deep for me personally, even to feel how vulnerable it is to really be here on this planet. And I'm especially feeling this because of not being surrounded by the same people that I've been surrounded by for 10 years. I feel like I've been learning a lot about myself in this last month and a half without them, and I feel like it has been a rite of passage, and this is something that actually many of you have already experienced for so long, and I just feel this extra dose of compassion for all of you, and also for myself, for just being able to make choices every day. And quite often choices without the input of others, or without the input of others who you can actually trust. I have been so blessed to have other souls around me for so long that I trust their opinions, trust their input, and that their life experiences have taught them what they have, and it's just been really nice to have had that. And now to not have that right now is a really big deal. But the more that I kind of walk into different things right now, nothing too major, but certain situations or whatever, and then having to find my way through emotionally, not just physically. Like, we're not just talking about the practical choices, but we're talking about how you choose to respond to yourself on an emotional level. That's really big. And I've been doing really deep emotional and spiritual work for over 10 years now. And so I feel like I am really well equipped, actually, with a sense of how to do that, how to go inward, how to really be with myself and be with my parts, and to even track what could be going on inside, even during situations where it's like, wow, there's a lot of reaction going on and I don't quite know exactly what's going on, but I know where to start sorting it out. And I have a very deeply cultivated divine connection too after all these years. So for me, it's different than it would be for many others, and maybe many of you who even trying to survive emotionally in this world has been an incredible feat because you haven't had modeling around any of it, or just haven't been able to see what's possible beyond just being purely reactive, or just becoming basically a teenager or a child in some cases, trying to just be heard when you feel anything but. Within as well, not just in your life and your relationships that you have, or a situation that you're in on the outside, but just inside too. So I've been wanting to kind of come on video and talk about this for a while because I just feel so much appreciation for you, fellow soul on this planet, and any vulnerability that you may feel most of the time by feeling very alone. I just want you to know that you're not alone. We really are all in this together, even if we feel disjointed and disconnected at times. I feel you just as I feel me. And I want to tell you that you're doing a great job. And I know parts of you don't feel like they are sometimes, but if you need to hear that right now, I hope that on some level you can let in that you are doing a great job. And the protective parts of you are doing a great job. And whatever you may be facing at this time, you will get through it. The divine is with you. If you have a divine connection, that's great. If you don't, I have ways that I can help with that if you're curious how I connect to the divine. But there are many others on this planet who do too. And personally, I have found that if I didn't have a divine connection, I would have a huge issue with being in this life. So maybe it's similar for you, or you might be feeling like you need more of that. So I welcome you to connect with me actually if you do need more of that, or if you're curious about parts too. We can talk more about how to connect inside through parts and just learning how to feel yourself in a new way. Having a how is so valuable with just how damn vulnerable it is to be here now. Sending so much love from my heart to yours.